So in your life, especially during these times, has there ever been a? It can be a person. It could be a place. It could be a situation that basically was like a hurdle for you. Like you had all you were in the military or you ended up getting into aviation, all this stuff, but this thing has always been like this issue for you, or it's like the thing that you're fighting against in your life. Do you have anything like that, and what is it? And tell me the what it is or who it is or what's that struggle like.
So the biggest thing that that bothered me for the longest, coming in the Navy as a junior sailor, getting shipped off to Japan, and you're checking into your ship. And you're checking into your ship, you should be welcomed by your higher ups, your chain of command, people coming there to get you. My chain of command, they're racist.
Hmm.
They're racist.
So there's more than one.
Yep. His name was Jack Tran and Johnny Childers, and I'll never forget their names or their faces. They would make me do extra work. Um, they told me that I wasn't smart enough to be a pilot
To your face.
to my face and in front of multiple people. They put that on my evals. They told me that I couldn't continue schoolwork until they feel that they can tell me I can do it, which was a privilege in the military that you can do it to sign on a contract. They told me that I can't do that. They would never put me on any of the awards. They would wake me up out of my sleep. Say if there's 8 of us in this room and I'm doing an assignment, right? As soon as I finish, the other 7 people are sitting down. I finished the assignment I was just doing for 2 hours. Tran would make me do another one, and
Hmm.
the other people would volunteer to do it, and he would yell at them and say no, and still make me do it. So that's the type of guy he was.
So you had to deal with that all 5 years?
3 years on the ship.
Mm.
So two and a half, I dealt with it because he left like maybe my last half a year there. But they saw that the chain of command above them, they saw what was going on and they moved him out the shop. They put him in quality assurance. So basically, he checks over all the other shops' work and our work. But I had another guy, MA1 Jones, Carlos Jones. And that's my boy to this day. He was enlisted. Now he's an officer. He's a big wig running stuff up there in Jacksonville. Like
Mm.
he's huge now. He's an '05. Um, and he was the one who was calling Tran out and Childers because he was the same rank. Because I can't say anything, but since Carlos was the same rank as Johnny and Jack, he was allowed to say stuff. He was allowed to tell them they're stupid to stop fucking with me. So that's what he was doing. But still, he has no impact because I don't work in his shop. He can only say stuff.
Mm-hmm,
It
mm-hmm.
can say how I feel and what I see and what he watches going on. And they were still 10 toes down with it. They kept their same energy, constantly pushing me down no matter what qualifications I would get, no matter if I'm better than everybody in my division, it just didn't matter to them.
And was there like a catalyst? Like did something happen when you first came in? You first met them, or it just right off bat they were just
I'm from Oakland, California. When I know racism.
mm-hmm.
I seen it happen to my dad, and I noticed I didn't know what he looked like, but I emailed him before I got to the ship. He's telling me, what I can bring, what I can't bring. Perfectly fine. It's not my domain. You tell me what to do. That's how the military works. I get to the ship and we're in Australia. And before I get to that, in Australia, they flew us from Japan to Australia to meet the ship. And it was me, then Carlos Jones, who I was just telling you about, and there was another black guy that was trans supervisor. And we were all together in Australia, and we all went out. They took me to my first ever strip club, and we was having fun. But there's first class, and he's a senior chief. That's it. But we checked onto the ship, and when I walked on there with was like maybe 10 other people, they all went their ways, and I'm just standing there waiting for somebody to come get me. And I remember seeing a short Asian guy, and he's just standing there looking at me, and that's it. And he just walks away. So I'm standing there for about 30 minutes, and they have this guy. His name is AS2 Gurley, black dude. He walks over and he's like, "Hey man, another black guy. What are you here just waiting here for? Who you work with?" I was like, "I'm AM. I'm supposed to be on AMID, AIMD." And he was like, "Oh, you gonna be an airframe?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, you working in trans office?" And he was like, "Did he come get you?" I was like, "Nobody came," because remember I didn't know what he looked like. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "I'm just standing here." He's like, "All right, cool. Let me take you to put your bags down and let me help you get a bed and everything." So he helped me out, helped me get a bed, and he was like, "All right, man, you can go out on Liberty, come back tomorrow morning, and that's it." So I come back. I didn't even know where my shop was. I didn't know who my supervisors was. Nothing. So I'm walking around at 7 in the morning, just looking, lost,
Mm.
lost. 'Cause I couldn't find AS2, couldn't find him. And that very first day when I found him, Trans comes and he's yelling at me. And he's like, "Where have you been? I've been looking for you." And I'm like, "I saw you yesterday, but I don't know who you are. You didn't say a word to me." And he's like, "It doesn't matter." And that's when I knew something was wrong.
Mm.
He was like, "You're UA. We can't find you. I'm reporting you." And I'm still sitting there like, what did I do wrong? I was at where I was supposed to be at on the ship where it's called the quarter deck, where you walk on and you greet and you got to show your badge, you got to salute. That's where I was at, and that's where I was supposed to be. But you weren't there how you were supposed to be. So that's when I knew
Yeah.
shit was wrong.
You could recognize it
Yep,
right away.
and I knew it.
Damn.
Yeah, and there's nothing I could do about it.
Now, did that cause you? Because I know how sometimes when that happens, especially if you got to be around that person for a very long time, it kind of just it follows you everywhere you go. So did it have that monkey on your back type of feeling the whole
Yep,
time?
every single time. Like I gotta watch what I do. I gotta watch what I say. I gotta make sure I was on his time.
Mm.
I was on his time no matter what. No matter what. People getting sailor today for stuff. This is when we really know it was crazy. My job was to work on jets and helicopters. I was so good at my job, like fixing shipboard stuff. I saved the ship in 3 months. It was $382,000 in depot level repair in
Mm.
3 months alone. No sailor today, no nothing at all. All because Tran and Childers stopped it.
Really?
Yep. Yep.
So no mention of your work,
Nothing.
no recognition of anything of any kind.
Nothing. Put it like this, I got maybe 25 more qualifications than another sailor that worked in the a shop next to me. His job was for engines. And if I call my best friend right now, he probably gonna bust out laughing. I'll be like, I'm talking about how somebody got capped over me. And capped is a meritorious advancement to the next rank. And he gonna know exactly who it is. He gonna bust out laughing and he be like, "Yep, they capped him over you, and he wasn't doing shit.
Mm.
He was on all the. Say if I was the leader of a team or a scene, he was on one of the host teams.
Mm-hmm.
Say if I was a fitness leader, he was just a regular person. The list goes on and on and on, and they capped him over me.
Damn.
Yep.
Now, like, how does something like that make you feel? Like, how did you deal with that?
Growing up in Oakland, it shows that you know, as us black folks, we can't get ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we do right and above and beyond, it still don't matter because they still gonna give it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we can't just sit there and be sad and just be boo-hooing. You just got to keep pushing and keep on being better than everybody else, like we're raised to. You just got to keep going,
Mm.
and that's it. So I got in the mindset. I love it that Lil Wayne said this in one of his rap songs. He was like, "They can't stop us, even if they stopped us."
Mm.
That's huge because a lot of people don't think about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They can't stop us, even if they stopped us,
Yeah.
because you ain't stopping me. I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a way.
Yeah. 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 It almost sounds like what is making me imagine is like someone trying to like hold water in their hand and stop it from leaking, but you can't. Like it's gonna go through the cracks somehow. Something's gonna come out of it.
Hmm.
I guess that's how like soul food and and certain inventions that black folks have created, and just out of sheer just okay, I can't do that, but I'm gonna figure something else out.
Yep.
You know, okay. I mean, sad that you went through that, but I'm sure it made you a better person.
100%.
All right, so here we're gonna start talking about insight and incident. Basic insight incident is like either through that moment, through that time, or even after that. Was there a time or an event that happened in your life that changed the course of your life, or changed the way that you were doing something, or you get what I'm saying? Hearing about it might be that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's 100% that, because
Okay.
that just showed me that I can be, like I said, being black, I can be better than everybody else, all the counter partners, and they still trying to stop me. So I got to keep on going. I got to keep running on the ground.
And there was no like no one both like even there no one like prepped you for that, like, hey, you're gonna get into the military, you may run into this.
No.
So it just hit you out of nowhere.
Yep. Because I wasn't expecting that when I got on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember, I went through boot camp. I was sharp. I was doing everything. I was standing out. It was hands down. Then you get to that just because of one thing. I'm sorry, but he saw the black man
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted complete control over me.
Wow. How much
So
older was he from of you?
I didn't know his age.
But he seemed older.
Yeah,
Okay.
Childers was older. He was way older. He was maybe 40s, 40 like 2, 43.
Okay. So that was definitely your inciting incident, because now